I too want to thank Deputy Dáil for bringing forward this motion and indeed bringing our guests yesterday evening. The radio station, the local radios in my county, we have Tip FM and we have Tip Midwest Community Radio, and they cover everything from the cradle to the grave. The death notices and notices of births. And what more joyous way could you deal with people, and sad at the end as well. But this day, 12 months, we were all sent home from here. The beast had arrived, and we went home and we dealt with it. And I have fond memories of travelling into the Gantry Mountains with Trudy Waters and Tip FM on a fast track. We took very slow to meet people and see people. They go out there and look after the people. The team at Tip FM on the Frank Curry show, and indeed Ben, his producer, Pat Murphy News and Trudy and all the others, they are just loved by the people. 3.1 million people a day listen to community and local radios, and that's phenomenal. And the beast we're trying to deal with here now is the beast of RTE. They have too much of the say here. They have control, and their fingers must be taken off of it. And a fair share must be given out to the local radios. And the punitive levies that are on them, and promised by Taoiseach Kenny 3 years ago that you would get rid of those fees. Nothing has happened since. They can't wait any longer, Minister. It's not all about the pay and RTE. I was out last night and saw your fabulous new entrants in. Out on the N11, no problem if you get planning permission. There was no objection to the NRA or anybody else. I wonder. I welcome it. We can get in and out easier, but you have everything that you want in Dublin. We have our radios. We want them to be out to breed and be safe and be able to look after the people. People would be dead in their houses only for them. People wouldn't have got health issues dealt with only for an outlet to go on Frank Curry or Joe Price and give airing to their issues. And maybe then, with support from the likes of us, with a nudging, they hate to see it, might be shamed into doing something. Deputy Pinkel was given out about the big crowd yesterday evening. Why wouldn't we be there? They're our connectivity with the people, and they sell our message, and they bring the people's message to us. And I support fully the ambulance drivers and ambulance paramedics, and it's not that because we weren't there. That we'll be in the picket lines with them tomorrow. But today we're talking about communication with the people. It's vital that we support these. We can go back to the pirate radios, go back to its inception in Clonmel Radio, go back to when Tip Midwest Radio was at the inception. Volunteers, ordinary people who loved it for different reasons, and it brought it to where it is today, very professional boat services, and we need them to be allowed to have a modicum of a resource, not to be punitive taxes like that's on them, to allow them to connect with the people, to allow them to give a voice to the people. We've been shut off. The people have been shut out of government. We closed down town councils, guard stations, post offices, you name it. We've one this morning in Tuller. It's been shifted out of the centre of town again. We want to be able to have these radio stations. All they want is a level playing field, not that they're able to compete out there. The people have voted with their ears, listening to them and talking to them. So they're listening to you too, Minister, and they're waiting for your false promises. This was another one, that you would be fair, that you would give them a modicum of respect. So support the local radios. You have them all here in Dublin, Minister, and that's the problem with this cabinet, or a cabal I call it, of Dublin people that are controlling the cabinet. It's the hell of the connect with us in rural Ireland, but we won't stand for this, and the local radios need fair treatment. And as I said, I compliment Deputy Dooley for bringing the people here and bringing this motion forward and allowing us to speak. But I was shocked here last week when Minister Regina Doherty said she wasn't going to listen to a motion that was brought forward and a vote of this House that asked for something else to be done. You're ignoring democracy, but ignore the local radios and the voluntary boards, and sometimes fully paid boards, and the volunteers, and the opportunities, as Deputy Grealish said, to give young people a chance to get into journalism, to get the research, to get the transition year students in, and the many charitable events that they nurture, inspire and support and are very successful. They want to be left to do that. And I hear the interviews with Frank Curry and indeed with Trudy and others, and they're riveting. They go into people's homes when people can't come to them. You haven't that with RTE. We had a wonderful South East correspondent, Mary Butler, agreed with me in this, Deputy Butler, of Damien Tiernan in the South East for years. Now he's gone, not replaced. We have a lady coming from Kerry, a good lady herself as well, but we need our reporting from Waterford County, Wexford County and Tipperary, as good as any counties in Dublin or around the Pale, and we need that position filled. But above all, today we're talking about the local radios. They must be supported. Ní Natalie Corlacale, Gormagod.